Hey guys, I made like 5 cards in the last 2 days, which I love to do. I love it when I have that creativity going through my mind, especially because I'm leaving for a trip in a couple of days and I'll be gone for almost a week. So I wanted to make as many as I could before I left, and this is one of them. This is it's from the New Mini catalog, and it's on page 18, and it's the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. There's the stamp set right here, and then these are the dies. Um, Here's the stamp set right here. The only thing I used on this from the stamp set was the You Make Me Happy stamp. And then these are the dies. There's some other things on here, not these, but this one, this one, this one, these, and this are all in there. So a lot of times when I get my new stuff and I'm just not sure what I want to do with it or what it looks like or, anything like that, a lot of times I just get out a piece of, this is printer paper, I save almost everything. If I print something twice or whatever and I don't need it anymore, I keep it because I like to use it for stuff in here. It's good. You can stamp off on it. You can take, if you're coloring, like if you're using the blends markers or something, you can do it on here just to see ahead of time what it's going to look like. So the first thing I did was I just did I die cut this. So let's do that. All right. So you can see that's what this die cut, this die does when it's run through. Okay, so that was, like I said, that was my intent, was that I wanted to see what it looked like and try to give me some ideas. But I had these laying around. This is what it cuts from the middle of it, or from the inside of it. And I can show you over here. Here's the one that I did. I did it twice, but and I just had those sitting around and I was like, oh, I have an idea. I know what I want to do. And that is, I love to use dies as stencils. And so that's what I did on this one. And that's what I'm going to show you. The paper on here is the rainbow paper. I don't know if that's the actual name of it. Sunshine and Rainbows. This is a celebration. Spend $50, you can get this paper for free, and I love it. It's so cheerful and bright, and I mean, I just love it. I've already used several pieces of it. I'll show you some of the other ones, but that's what this background is right here. And these little clouds are also from that. I'll show you that in a little bit. But all right, move some of this stuff. My room is a total disaster. I can't even tell you. So for this one, I just decided I'm going to make the background a little different. It's from the same paper pack. I decided to do this one instead of this pretty heart. I think it's Pool Party blue. This is a Misty Moonlight blue, which is one of my favorites. It's an in color. It'll be the one that is in the group that will retire this May. Okay, so all right, we're gonna put these aside. We're gonna use these in just a minute. This is just basic white, and this is that paper. They are both 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm lining them up so they're completely together like that. And here's the die. And let's see. I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, obviously, or the bottom. So, all right. So, oh, sorry. Got a new phone here, so I'm not used to a couple things. All right. So that paper with the basic white underneath it. You don't have to do them together, but it does work. Okay. Okay. I don't want to tear it. All right. All right. So here we go. Here's that, like, and then here's this. And then we're going to use this basically like a stencil. Okay. And you want to keep these, okay, because you can use this on something else. And I'll show you what I did with this one. I used those on another one. So put those off to the side. And then you can put these off to the side too, because you can use them for something else too. All right. All right, I think I'm gonna move this. I guarantee you if I'm moving it in a minute, I'm gonna think of something else I need, but I need it for, but we'll see. Okay. All right. So, okay, so here we have that as a stencil. And again, one thing I forgot, I'm going to get another piece of basic white the same color. And I will do that, and then I'll show you how I colored it and how the easiest way to do it is. Okay, so here's that piece of paper. It's the same size as all of these. Now, here's my Stamparatus. This machine, it's not a machine, this tool I use in so many ways, and this is one of them. Okay, so here's the white paper. Nothing's been die cut on that, obviously. Gonna line that up, and then we're gonna put this right on top of it. Okay, now this is when we bring back the stuff I did with the printer paper. I'm going to use that like a mask. So when I'm coloring this one, I'm going to have these in the other one so that the color doesn't come over. Okay. Oh, no. Don't stick together. Okay. So let's see. For the pink, I used the polished pink, which is one of the new in colors. I say new, I mean it's been around for a few months, but it's newer. Okay. Always with the blending brushes, I do that, and then I have like, I just started on something else. Okay, so now you could also, with that die, you could just cut out different colors and put them on there. What I like about the blending brushes is, like polished pink is really, really pink, dark. See, and that you can tone it down, or when you're using the blending brushes. Okay, so now we cover that one up. Take this one off. Leave these on there. Oh, geez. Okay, and the next color is Mango Melody. this one back in there. Take this one out. Granny Apple Green. I love this green. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You see, they really, really, really want to touch each other. Okay, last one. This one I am using Bermuda Bay, which is a very bright, teal color. But again, when you use the blending brushes, you are see, I didn't see what I mean. I usually do that, and look what I did. But I'll be putting a cloud over it, so it's not that big a deal. All right. All right, so then you take it apart, and then there's your rainbow. Okay, and you could just leave it. You could have this as your card, without putting anything on top of it. It would still be pretty. But there you go. There's our rainbow. Now the clouds, they're from the paper. Here's one, and these are the ones I already did for this card. The Cloud Punch, it's on the next page in the catalog, page 19, the Cloud Punch. I love this. And for these, I even use the ones that are not full size. Like these three all have a little part of them missing because they're from the bottom or the side or whatever. And I like that. Okay. So get some scissors. There's several pieces of paper in that pack that some of the dies work with, and then some of the punches. So okay. Sorry you can hear all that stuff. That's my refrigerator making ice. Very exciting. Well, anyway, I'll just have to, I like it better a little bit on this with this paper versus that paper, which I mean, I like both of them, but yeah, I may do this and then cut off some of it. Okay, well, anyway, that's not anything that you want to see and watch me do for, the next 20 minutes, figure out how I'm going to do the clouds. Okay, so here's the stamp. This one, You Make Me Happy. It's right there. And I used the same colors, and you can see it's all the colors, so I was just going to show you that. All right, here's Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and polished pink. Okay, so I did the U in the Bermuda Bay, and I'll try to hold this up so that you can see like how I do it. I just want U. Okay, so I got that on there, and then make is green. Let's see, usually I have this like laying on the table. Okay, and then me is with Mango Melody. Okay, and then polish paint for happy. I hope. Okay, maybe try to, it didn't look, oh, I got some of the yellow on the make, or some of the Mango Melody, I got it on the green part. Okay. I've got white paper everywhere. All right. So there you go. That's how I did it. And you can do that with lots of things. You can also do it with the regular markers. Regular markers don't work really well on the photopolymer stamps. There's a couple ways you can make them work a little better, but I'll tell you about that in another video. But with the cling stamps, the markers, you can do that with the markers. But for this one, it's for photopolymer, it's better to do it with the ink pads. Okay, so I die cut that with the stitch rectangles, which I say everybody should have that because I use that all the time. And then I die cut that, and everything lays flat. Just this one cloud was put on dimensionals. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's on dimensionals. So that's how we did that one. So I wanted to show you a couple of the other ones that I also made. I got a little carried away with it. This one right here, oh my gosh. I mean, it's a very, very fancy thank you card, but I like it. So what I did was I used the brushed metallic paper. Let me see. Right here, I use that for the rainbow and for the thanks on top of it. For the clouds, can you see that? That's a new stamp, or a new paper that's in the mini catalog. It's called, what is it called? The Mother of Pearl, I think, Mother of Pearl. It's a really, really pretty. That's what I used for the clouds. And then this is the Slim Sayings die. I'll show it to you in just a second. For the thanks, I used this. This is the Amazing Silhouettes bundle. It's this stamp set and then the dies. Or you could just get one or the other, but the dies, they have You Are Amazing and Thank You, and then they have that's why it's not just the gold, it's the one underneath it too. So it's like a shadow type of thing. That's what that's from. Let's see if I can, this catalog still, here we go. Here is the Slim Sayings bundle right here. You get this is the stamp set, and then these are the dies. Let's see if I can pull them out of my stuff. Okay, so you get these two big ones, and then these for the edges. Really, I'm having a lot of fun with them. I've made a couple of this size card. Here, I'll show you what I have written down. For those, the slimline cards, they the card base is 8.5 by 7. So 8.5 by 7, and then you score it at 3.5. Okay, and then the dies. I write this stuff down. The dies are meant for 8.25 by 3.25. So that's what these will do. So what I did for this was I cut a piece of white paper at 8.25 by 3.25, and then for this die, the paper I used it was in the mini catalog last year, and it was kept. It is the pearlescent paper. So I don't know if it's really, I think you could see it's really pretty. So that's how I did that one. I will say when you die cut that, I'm going to show you this right here. This is my box. Let's see if I can scooch back a little bit. No, there we go. All the times that I've die cut it, I mean, you could use this like for confetti or something, but here's the one that I did for that card. There's that paper. It's so pretty. But I always keep these because I think like I could use that, you know, like here, this I just did white on white, and then you could add some of these, all the different colors I use. You could add them in there like that, you know, all over, or however you want to do it. So that's why I keep them. It is a very, very, and I'll get one out. It is very long and very like intricate, you know what I'm saying? Like you could use the adhesive sheets with it, and that will help it stick. What I do, oh look, I already had one out to show you. A little trick I learned was that I just use regular adhesive on it. If I ever do it again, I probably will use the adhesive sheets. But, you know, I just do, I do it all over, and I kind of let it sit, because when you use this glue, if you put it on there and you wait a few minutes, it becomes removable. And so, you know, for a little while. So the way I learned, I'll just give you an example. So I put the glue and I would put it all over everything. And then when I'm going in to put it on the card, I use this silicone craft sheet, and I keep it underneath it so that when I'm first putting it on, I'm sticking these down, make sure it's straight, and I pull it down, I pull it down, I pull it down, I pull it down. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that way you're making sure that it's all straight and everything. You would want that even if you use the adhesive sheets, because if you know, peel it off and the adhesive's on everything and you go, and it will stick like this, and it'll be hard to get it up. So I use the silicone craft sheet to obviously help me start at the top, and then I just sort of pull it down and make sure it's straight and all that. So that's a little trick for that. Okay, so for that card and for this card, I obviously I die cut the rainbow out of the gold paper and out of that paper, which I showed you how to do that, using it as a stencil. Here's this is one that I think I just did, and here's the one I did before when I originally made the card. You can keep these and you can use it for other cards too. You know, you can make it different colors or whatever, but it's like I said, it's like a stencil. But anyway, so you saw what comes out. So this is the ones that came out of the one I just die cut. Okay. So, and they have another, all the designer series paper has two sides. Okay. Oops, somebody barks. A dog's barking. You could also, if you wanted to use the other side, you have a rainbow going the other way. Okay. So I had the ones from here, and you also saw that when you die cut it, there's these that stay on the paper, that they're from the middle of the other ones that come out, they stay. So this card right here was, I used these for this part, and then I used this part right here for the gold. I put that in the middle. Okay, so kind of, you just have to sort of, you got to cut these out and put them on there. But and then this sentiment is from the stamp set that goes with these. I did that, and I Versamark, and then I did it in gold embossing powder, and I kind of freehand cut it out. So, because it's just one stamp that's tall, and I just cut out each one just to sort of have it like that. Okay, so there are rainbow cards. I really like it. I keep coming up with other ideas, but I'm trying to move on to something else. So I hope that this made sense and you could see how easy it is, and it's just an easy way to do. It's the same way if you look at my other videos. One of my first videos, not first, but one of my early ones was with the butterflies, and using the butterfly die thing as a stencil. So if you want to look, just go to my, to my page, and then scroll down, and you'll see butterfly ones, and I did sort of the same thing as this. So I like it. I just sort of like that you get this paper in the middle of it, and I don't know, I just it's such a happy little card. It'd be great for little girls or anybody, I guess. But anyway, so that's the way I made this one, and then I gave you a couple tricks on how I did the other ones. But that's why I always say, when you die cut something, save it. Save whatever comes out. I mean, for a lot of it, not all of it. Some of the stuff that comes out you're never going to use, but I saved everything, and then so I was able to, use them in different ways. So, all right. Well, if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you have a great day.